Have you ever found yourself picking up your phone and slamming it down, frustrated because you're lacking the ability to focus and retain information for your midterm? This is common for students. Whether it's because of procrastination, managing issues, or inadequate study habits, the best way to gain good study skills is by adjusting your old ones. The key to effective study habits isn't cramming or spending long hours in the library, but studying smarter. Some students feel the most effective way to get work done is in a quiet environment.
I would suggest you to do your homework on campus if you have any class gaps, and go to the library, get some work done, office hours or study halls or anything, instead of having to go home, because once you go home or to a dorm, it's distracting, so it's better to do it on campus in between gaps.
The best way to study for me is I have to put myself in a different environment. For example, I usually go to like the BMU second floor or the library, because if I study in my room, I'm so used to sleeping and getting distracted there. Like my body is used to doing those things. So when I study, I have to go somewhere kind of new. That way I can really focus on my work. I also turn off my phone. That way I'm not distracted by anything with like social media notifications or phone calls from people.
Others, such as Joshua Rodriguez, feel procrastination is inevitable, and an effective way to avoid this is getting things done right away.
Procrastination. It's a bad habit that we all carry, but I think a good way to avoid it is just to get things over with once they come in mind.
Some students believe an effective study skill is making connections to something similar to that subject because it helps them retain information.
Elaboration. Elaboration works in two parts. One would be to help students study better is to use what they have learned in the previous class to help them learn new material in the next class. So for example, I think of learning as an apartment where the first floor is your 101 class. The stuff you're learning in 101 class, you have to use it to build the 201 class, sort of as a stairway to the 201 class. So use what you already learned in your chemistry 101 class to help you learn in your chemistry 201 class. That's just an example. Another effective strategy in regards to elaboration is to practice what you're learning in the real life. Many of the classes these students are taking, they can apply it to the real world life. Something like physics, you can see a leaf fall from the tree and you can apply your gravity there. Something anywhere in the class of social science, you can apply that to your real life. Something that many students also do is they procrastinate and they watch Netflix. But they don't know that they can use what they're learning in class to help them understand that Netflix show that they're watching. So the bottom line is, if you can use what you're learning in one class to help you learn the stuff you have learning in a new class, use that and also apply what you're learning to real life. That's a great way to know how well you are in the learning process. If you can take what you're learning in the class and apply it to real world life and apply it to real life situations and scenarios.
I think the best way for me to study is kind of make connections to like a word or something, like something kind of weird, and then that helps me remember it more. And then I think to get back on track, I usually put like a little post-it note, and I just put everything I need to do throughout the day, and then just cross them out throughout the day. Yeah.
This is Karen Limones reporting for the Orion News.